Hey guys, thank you for being here. Now, in my 17 years as a business news anchor and journalist, I've interacted with hundreds of wealth creators and successful leaders, and there's a pattern and mindset that they all have. Wealthy people cultivate small mindset changes that help them go a long way in their wealth creation journey. So today I want to talk about some of these habits and how you can build your money mindset. If you are new here, I'm Sonia. I used to be a TV anchor with CNBC TV 18, where I tracked stock markets for over 16 years, analyzing stocks, company balance sheets, and helping viewers with their investment decisions. Last year, I ventured out to start my own independent journalism practice, and my aim is to provide financial literacy and make money conversations easy for you to understand. Here are 7 easy habits to help you improve your relationship with money. Number 1, understanding that money does buy you happiness. Now, the unanimous and unambiguous view with most of the people I've interviewed is that money brings you happiness, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Sunil Singhania, who has managed public money for over 30 years, told me this, that money solves 90% of your money problems, gives you the freedom to make your life choices, whether it is investing in a business, choosing your life partner, walking away from a tough situation, helps you give a better life to your family, and solves most of your money problems. So don't be apologetic about your hunger to earn money. However, obsession with money is a problem because obsession brings you both immense joy and immense sorrow. Hence, don't get obsessed, but understand that money is a means to an end and not the end in itself. Number 2, allowing yourself to fail. This is a huge mindset shift because we are always taught to succeed from our childhood in everything we touch. Hence, we prefer inaction to failure, which then restricts us from trying and unlocking new opportunities in our life. Allowing yourself to fail is a big hack to achieve escape velocity when it comes to money. Once you stop worrying about the consequences of failure, which is basically other people judging you, that's when you can truly achieve the path to success. In fact, Ramesh Damani told me this in our interview. He said very early on in his life, his father gave him some money to trade in the stock market and said, you start trading, and even if you lose all the money, it's fine. If whatever you make from this money is yours, and if you lose the money, it's okay. He said that really changed his perspective towards life. If you don't allow yourself to fail, you will never take risks in life. That new job, that career switch. I know it's easier said than done, but once you understand it and unlock the power of allowing yourself to fail multiple times, you open up to magic. So start that new business, take up that new job, move to that new city for a better opportunity. Number 3, detach yourself from the outcome of your work. I learned this from Vikas Khemani of Carnelian Capital. He told me, you need to always work hard, but don't think how much money or reward comes at the end of it. Only when you detach yourself from the output, the quality of the input goes up. This, of course, is a learning from the Gita. There's an excerpt of this teachings in the book by Vinoba Bhave. Number 4, learning the concept of the inner scorecard. Now, this is a Warren Buffett concept called the inner scorecard, which Monish Pabrai spoke about in my podcast. The inner scorecard is a way of assessing yourself based on internal criteria rather than relying on what others think or how society measures success. Now, we all know society measures success in different ways, driving a fancy